Good morning, Aquarius. This is going to be your video. I am using my Sex Magic Tarot deck, and these make for some interesting readings. I like this deck. I try to rotate them in and out, and whatever I'm guided to use. I have my favorite decks, though. Alright, I need cards for Aquarius. Quit playing with me. Wow. Okay. Okay, then. Sassy pants. You showed me. Gave me all the cards all at one time. Alright, I'm going to pull one of my runes. Alright, oop. Okay. Energy Oracle. I keep telling myself I should get dressed up to make these videos, and then I'm like, if I did all that, I'd probably never make them. Because I'm working basically 2 jobs right now, and I'm going to school. And so it's just like, it's just a whole lot right now. Ugh. So I'm like, well, if I had to wait around to do all that, I'd probably never get videos made. So here I am, as I am, in my house shoes, and let's see here. I'm going to pull one of these. I'm going to pull. Something is going on with you, Aquarius. My goodness. Now, if I get a third card like this, man, got 2. Give me a romance angel card for Aquarius. That's 3. Oh, wow. All right, so we have Ace of Swords. And somebody is into bondage. Got some real 50 Shades of Grey stuff going on right there. I just really feel like this card here in this particular reading has to do with female empowerment, feminine empowerment. The divine feminine really stepping into her power. Wow. To clarify it, we have this room. Probably got it upside down. Look at my cheat sheet. Aha. Athala stands for home or sacred ancestral land. Much like Fehu, this is a rune of wealth, but unlike Fehu, Athala represents a wealth that cannot be sold. This is wealth like family, friendships, or culture or heritage that is passed down to us. It represents an enclosure and maintains the existing state of things as they presently are. So I do feel like, the keywords that really stood out to me with the rune were ancestral. There was another one I've already forgot. Hold on. Ancestral. culture and heritage. So I do feel like you are breaking like ancestral curses, so to speak. I hate to use the word curse, but more like pattern cycles that people are stuck in, that's passed down from like generation to generation. And I do feel like this has to do with how these particular cultures see the divine feminine, and really releasing those things and really stepping in to your feminine power, because I really feel like that's what this is right here. Taking your power back. Just a lot of empowerment going on. It's beautiful. And do take what resonates. You know, if you are a divine masculine watching this, this could be your divine feminine. Maybe this is what she wants to do to you. Ooh, sexy. All right. We have the Eight of Wands. Let me look at it from... Wow, and they're just laid up and he's feeding her fruit. This is some playtime. This is downtime, spending downtime together, possibly going on a vacation. You know, this energy here could be, you know, waking up in the morning and, you know, eating, you know, that hotel breakfast, which I don't know, it just tastes so much better when you're in a hotel, especially if you're out on a beach or something. You're like, man, I'm about to eat this breakfast and, you know, go spend the day out on the beach. I mean, there's nothing else like it. You know, so this could be, you know, a couples vacation. This could be a family vacation. But this is, you know, spending time together, downtime away from, you know, all the hustle and bustle. And this rune too said something about wealth being something that cannot be bought or sold. That this particular rune symbolizes, you know, like as in connections, family and loved ones or whatever, spending time with them. So I do feel like, you know, that rune and this card right here go together. And so if this is not something that you've done yet, this is something you and your romantic partner are moving towards, planning a trip together. All right, we have the Child card. And I can't keep a secret, so let me go ahead and I'll come back to these. But see, we got child, children, and fertility. So I don't know if somebody, you know, and I felt like I had to pull those other two cards out because I can't talk about this card without those. So, you know, maybe, you know, one of you or many of you or a few of you or whatever are trying to have a baby, or you wonder if you're pregnant, or if she is pregnant or whatever. I'd say it's pretty safe to say so. I don't usually do those type readings, but all these children cards, you know, so when a child card comes up in a reading, you know, I look at it as either you, like your younger self, you know, your inner child, inner wounded child, or, you know, your actual child. I really feel like this is your actual child, you know, building a family. You know, like I said, you know, this person here, you know, you could possibly, you know, be a family. If not, then this is what you guys are moving towards. This is the energy that you got, that you and this person, and you know who this person is, are moving towards this, you know, whole having a family together. That is the message that was wanting to come out. And I'm sorry it just took me so long to get there. But, you know, for those of you that, you know, that you may already be in a family, this is you also. All right, so we have Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands I typically associate with twin flame. So if you are on a twin flame journey, this message is for you. If you've never heard of twin flames, do look into it. I'm on a twin flame journey myself. So the Four of Wands, like the two wands on each side is like 1111. So that's the reason why I call this the twin flame card when you get the Four of Wands. Or there's one other card that I use too. Nobody can tell you that you're on a twin flame journey, by the way, but this has came up. So if you were looking for like a sign or whatever, then, this is it. And I really feel like this card like embodies that whole twin flame dynamic as well, because see how playful they are? Like they really are energetic twins, yin and yang. And, they've got this childlike spirit and they're playing together. And that could be, another meaning of this card too, that childlike playing and youthfulness. We have the Deceit card, which is kind of a wild card because we have, like I said, the Four of Wands, which I just feel like this, if it's not a twin flame connection, this is a very spiritual connection, a very soulful one, divine soulmate. So with this Deceit card, basically, you're not seeing the whole picture. You're only seeing part of it. And the part of it that you are seeing is from like your own perspective. And our own perspective is tainted by our past experiences. Absolutely nothing that happens is... You can have like the same thing happen to like two separate people, and they're both going to have like a different take on what it is and what it's for, a different definition of it, because things do not have meaning until we give meaning to them. So basically, with this Deceit card, it's almost like you're lying to yourself. You are giving meanings to things and situations and people and circumstances from a lower perspective. So you're really being asked to kind of go back and look at it again from a new perspective, everything that's happened so far. And from a loving standpoint, from a place of love instead of fear. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands. Oh, that's just beautiful. And the first thing that I got with this card was, it just screamed at me past lives. Like that this is a past life connection that you have with this person, that you have actually been together before and you found each other again. And it was planned, as souls, we plan, what we're going to do together when we reincarnate again. It almost reminds me of Wildfire. There's this old song from like, I think back in the 70s called Wildfire. And it was about a horse, and so that's what this song reminds me of, if anyone's old enough to remember that song. It's just very earthy and organic and so intimate. So intimate. Look at that. So yes, there is a lot of love in this connection, and it is mutual, and it's very special. All right, we have knowledge, study, learning, education. And I am going to pull a clarifier for this card real quick. House. So we have knowledge, study, learning, education, and house. So, maybe one of you few of you are thinking about maybe going to school online. Now would be a good time. This is your sign that, now is the time to do that. I'm also sensing a lot of, being very introverted right now. Not very social. It's like other people's energy kind of bothers you. And so you've really been, working on things, healing, really clearing things. That's the reason why you've got this high ass vibrational connection here. That shit's crazy. I just feel like this is some kind of online learning, self-improvement, really going within, really working on yourself. And if not, then this is the direction you're being guided in. This doesn't necessarily have to be a formal education. This can be, reading, books of the spiritual nature, or, learning about energy, just, learning things, taking in knowledge, and really focusing on remembering who you are, your higher self, who your higher self is. All right, so we have the Four of Swords. This card always really interests me. Like, what is he doing? He's got his hand in her mouth. But basically with this connection here in this card, basically what I'm picking up on is, the divine masculine. He wants to do everything for his divine feminine. I mean, everything. Even, brushing her hair, or, washing her back, just intimate things, just, really wanting to do everything for her because he just absolutely adores her. It's an amazing energy. So we have this fertility card, in the mix of all these children cards. I really feel like somebody is having a baby. All right, so the frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. So yes, this can also be, creating from our consciousness, developing your consciousness to the point where, you can just manifest effortlessly, by just increasing your consciousness and your awareness over and over again. And how do you do this? You do this by practicing presence. You've got to be present in the present moment. If not, everything just goes to hell. It just does, because you get to worrying about, what am I going to do later? I'm going to start planning things, and then, kind of obsessing over something that's already happened that you haven't let go of. So you're really being asked to work on letting things go. 1, 2, don't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. There's even a Bible verse in Matthew. I can't remember where it is, as I've studied the Bible extensively. I'm not, a church person at all, but there is a Bible verse in Matthew about not being anxious about what you're going to wear and all this. So tomorrow has enough troubles of its own. All right, so we have the Queen of Chalices, which is, the Queen of Cups. And, this energy here is, the Queen of Cups to me is that state of, that true, pure, unconditional love, which is really hard to achieve. I mean, people talk about it all the time, like, I love this person unconditionally, but do you really? Check in, because there are conditions that, we're not even conscious of, like, okay, you message this person and maybe, they got a lot of stuff going on, or they need a little space and they don't text you back for 2 days. Now, do you get mad about it? Do you try to punish them back and, not text them back for 2 days? I mean, that's not unconditional love. So, I mean, you really have to kind of check in with that. But yes, with this Queen of Cups energy, for me, this is that unconditional love that we're all striving for. Really check in with your intentions. That message came up with this card too. Check in with your intentions. Whatever you are doing, saying, whatever, look for, or thinking, feeling, any of these things, look for the reason behind it. The reason behind it is more important than actually what you're doing itself. So check in with your intentions. Children, your love life is being affected by children. So I really feel like somebody's pregnant, or maybe adopting, or maybe you're a blended family now. Any type of way that, children could be involved now in your love life. Like I said, I had that one card that was, almost like this family vacation energy. So I can completely see that. Well, thank you very much, Aquarius, for watching. If you would like to have a personal reading, I'll include my email address in the description of the video. Thank you for watching.